80% of your health outcomes are determined solely by one number, your zip code. Where we live matters for how long and how well we can live. Communities with access to parks, transportation, well-resourced schools, and adequate housing are more likely to be healthy. Where these resources are built has been historically governed by exclusion, racism, and discrimination. In New York, neighborhoods mere miles from one another can have life expectancy differences of nearly 20 years. New Yorkers know what makes them feel well. Here is what they said.
Sometimes walk around and just listen to music.
I like to go to the library with my friends because it's like so peaceful and quiet and everyone's just like minding their business.
I like looking west into the setting sun.
I think just having the opportunity to spend time outdoors, not in the house, and know that if I'm outside, I'm going to see other people who are relaxing or, enjoying being in the sunlight.
I mean, it's nice to be able to walk out of your house and see people who you know and say hello to, and just friendly.
I like to go back home and visit my family in Queens. Live close to Jamaica Ave. Just makes me feel good to connect back with them and see them. It makes me feel whole.
Well, I go to this field. It's near Houston Street on the West Side Highway. It's called Pier 40. So I'm a soccer player, and I usually go there to feel comfortable, and that's kind of my place to express myself, and that's kind of my safe space.
Washington Square Park,
Central Park, the museum,
Tompkins Square,
Bryant's Park.
I mean, I fell in love over there in Union Square.
Highland Park. It just kind of makes me feel happy, and it makes me feel like I belong somewhere where I'm not being disturbed all the time.
And I'll tell you, if not for the promenade, that was my refuge in the early days of COVID.
Brooklyn people are very friendly. The parks, it has the water to the back there by the parks. Then the kids, they have a lot of places to go. There are parks all over. So give me Brooklyn in America. That's number one for me.
So I was in Inwood Park all the time, Van Cortlandt Park.
We love Prospect Park. I mean, you can get lost in Prospect Park. Everyone has access to it, and I think that's what's really great.
Public spaces do help with mental health, and in the case of parks, nature helps with that.
I think it's really important to have a space that makes you happy and makes you feel comfortable, and yeah, I think it definitely impacts my mood on a daily basis having that.
I feel like more public spaces would give more people outlets, so not only creativity, but things to do, keep them out of trouble, just keep people busy.
Everybody can find their own personality going to these public spaces, just finding themselves in a way where, maybe at home they don't really have that.
I love that New York City has little areas where we get to be free to relax and breathe and get away from the cars and the buildings.
It's a place where people can gather. It's a place where people can feel like their community is being heard, is being seen. I think it's just a space that represents that community. So if it's not well kept, people in that community is not going to feel like they're being looked after as well.
I think it really does affect quality of life when you are in a place where you see it being maintained, but when it's not, you have to go outside of your community, and I feel like that's a sort of level of injustice because, again, everyone should have access to clean, safe places to roam and play and do whatever.
The Restorative City seeks to leverage the power of New York's incredible creativity, entrepreneurialism, and determination to create a new vision for a healthy New York. To learn more, go to restorativecity.org.